All right, Myles, you get that big contract. It gives you a lot of confidence heading into this season. Just, you heard the news. Your initial thoughts?
I don't know what to think, man. I was just so overwhelmed with emotions just because it took so long, a lot to get to this point. And I was excited just to be able to come out here and just know that the organization has so much confidence in me and be able to show me like that. So it's incredible.
A lot of jokes this morning. You got dinner next time, or what was the locker room like this morning?
The vibe was great, man. Everybody was really happy for me and congratulated me. So we got a great group of guys, so it's never changed.
You celebrate with your family last night?
Definitely. So my mom and dad were here, able to kind of just go get dinner, just soak it all in.
Now that's out of the way, ready to get back on the court tomorrow night.
Yeah, of course. I was ready to do that regardless. I'm ready to come out here and play. And, excited for the opportunity.
All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Good luck.
Hey, Myles, how are you?
What's going on?
I just asked DB because he's got the inside of the team from top to bottom here. I'm going to ask you, what's the mood of you and the squad getting ready to start this season?
Oh man, we're elated, man. We can't wait to get things started. I think everybody's in a great mood. Everybody's feeling pretty good coming off preseason, finally healthy, so we're good.
Where are you? I know off-season wise you worked really hard. We saw some of your video, saw some pictures of you working out down in Dallas. Where are you, and where is your game, at least in your opinion, going in 18 and 19 for this Pacers team?
Well, I'm trending up. That's how I want to keep it. I'm looking to improve upon my. The goal is to improve every year. It's like I had a little bit of a rough season last year with the injuries and whatnot, but I'm looking to come in here this season just keep improving, help this team reach normal and limits.
Hey, Myles, you look back at last year. Give me a couple of things. One, at least, that you said, absolutely positively, I got to work on this going into next season. What was it?
I'll probably say my pick and roll defense. Just being a more vocal. I feel like I've always been a decent defender, but I think in the playoffs that's kind of where I exposed a little bit of myself, just not being able to guard as well. Switching and stuff like that. Obviously guarding LeBron is not an easy task, but being able to guard guys. His stature, his nature, stuff I got to be able to be better at.
Myles Turner to the Pacers on the Eddie Moore Automotive Group hotline. Of course, they open up Wednesday night at home against the Memphis Grizzlies. I saw, maybe I'm wrong about this, Myles, while watching your preseason games when you were playing, it looked as if you were kind of focused in on defending the rim, maybe more focused than what you were at the end of last year. Is that kind of something that you have as far as focus is concerned to start the season, more defending the rim?
Yeah, just more defending and grab more rebounds. I think if I can, do that, offense is going to come for myself. I already know that I'm what I can do offensively. But if I can, get my defensive game up and keep that high and be a high caliber player down there, it's only going to help the team.
Myles Turner joins us. I know that you have your expectations really high, not only for this team but for you individually. How hard are you on your game in looking at the film, watching how you played from game to game over a course of a season?
I'm incredibly hard on myself, almost sometimes to a fault. I just look to improve every day, and that's the mindset of the child you have to have being in this business. You can't settle, definitely can't settle mediocrity in anything that you do. So I just, I critique my game, very distinctive.
Do you shut everything out, or do you hear if people either praise you or criticize you during the season?
I think my first couple seasons I did, and with social media and just guys talking and stuff. But these past, I think last year I got better with it, and it's going to be even better this year. You can't listen to the guys. Some games that people are going to love you, some games people are going to hate you. That's kind of how this business goes. And you learn just to move on from it. It's just someone else's opinion. And with that being said, you can't worry about those opinions. It's only going to drive you crazy.
Yeah, the reason why I bring this up is I talked to Kevin a couple of weeks ago, and he was telling me, we hear about this team, and we're not getting the love that we thought. And to me, it's almost like to keep you guys as the hunters as opposed to the hunted. And what I'm asking, can you take away anybody's criticism, whether it's from national level folks or social media? Can you take away and use that as a motivational chip, or does that too pollute your mind?
Well, yeah, we'll just bring it up to Kevin's point. Kevin's very prideful, with this team. He put a lot of the stuff together, and to see it, unfold like it did last year and expand and get so much better with it. He takes a lot of pride in this. His statements are very valid. And, as far as we're concerned, we still want to have that hunter mentality, but we know that, guys are still are looking at us and looking at our success last season, knowing that we can very well be contenders. They want to take us down. But, if we keep that mentality, our hunger up, we'll be fine.
So Myles Turner of the Pacers, he's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. I know you worked out in Dallas, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, but how was working out? I think it was a week, maybe a week plus, with your teammate Domas Sabonis. How was that?
Oh, it was great, man. Me and Domas have a great relationship, and we like to get on the floor, out there on the floor together. But we know that we got to do whatever is best for the team. And having Domas in that second unit, it's big. We'll see.
Do you think you guys could adequately, productively play together on the floor at the same time?
Well, I'm biased. I think
no, be biased. Be biased because I'm curious because everybody tells me all the time, Myles, during this show, I want to see these guys play together. And I want to ask you, do you think you guys are capable of being productive together?
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that we're very capable of being productive together, especially on the offensive end. We're in a big tandem, and that creates a lot more rebounding opportunities, and we both can stretch the floor. Both can play down low. Domas is a very refined post game. He's gotten a lot better. He's able to get to his right hand now. And, me being able to stretch defense, we can play inside out kind of game. But defensively, too, we're just, it's a long group right there. So I think it's something that can be done.
Myles Turner is with us. What do you think about the moves that the organization made to bring in guys like Tyreek and Doug McDermott and Kyle O'Quinn?
I'm very happy with all the moves. All these guys fit our culture, and that was the biggest thing that I think we stress here in Indiana is that you got to be able to, I just lose yourself in the culture and know that this is something bigger than yourself. And I don't think any of these guys who were brought in have a me first mentality, and none of them do. And it's great being in this situation.
What's the team goals going into this year, at least from your standpoint?
We got quite a few. I think from our standpoint, we want to improve upon we want to play a little bit faster. I think we started the year off playing so fast, and we kind of dialed back as the season was going along. So we want to get up and down faster. We want to be a better rebounding team. And, I think that we want to, push ourselves to, make a big run past the playoffs. Man, we can get, within our conference, I think we have a good opportunity to set ourselves up for that. So we just want to keep improving every day.
Hey, I picked you, not that it matters, but I picked you guys winning 52. Is it too high, just right, too low? What do you think?
I'm not a numbers guy, man. I just go out there and compete every day.
Well, wait a minute. But I apologize then because I'm going to ask you another numbers question. Numbers-wise, what do you expect from yourself? Where are you setting the bar this year for you in an off-season where you really did work your ass off?
Oh, I didn't set any numbers for myself. I want to come out here and just do whatever my team needs me to do. If that's grabbing more rebounds, cool. If that's scoring the ball more, cool. So as the season progresses, I'm just going to do whatever's needed of me.
You mentioned that this team has a great cohesion, a great camaraderie. The culture is fantastic. How enjoyable is it coming to practice, going to games every day, knowing that you're going to battle, you're going to fight with this group? It gets along so well.
It's so much fun, man. Because guys, we're always pulling for each other. Every time someone makes a play a little play, we're all there for each other. And that's huge. When you have that in a team and have that every day, it only makes you want to improve and encourages you.
Hey, Myles, when your dad yells during a game, can you hear it?
Sometimes, depending on where he's sitting.
The reason why I asked, do you filter out if it's at you? Do you filter it out, or do you say, "Oh yeah, exactly"? How do you respond when you hear it? How do you respond?
My dad's my biggest fan, man. I listen to him pretty much when it comes to anything. He's a big critiquer of my game, or sort of critiques my game very well. So, during the games, I'm locked in and focused on what Coach wants us to do, because that's he's the head man in charge right now, and that's what I listen to with this organization. But sometimes I filter in things that my family or my inner circle has to say as well.
Yeah, a couple more things with Myles Turner. How do you think your low post game is going to develop? I know you're going to be obviously facing up a great deal because that's your bread and butter. But how about that low post game and the work you did on that this summer?
I'm confident in my low post game. I always have been. There's been times last year where I think I settled too much, fading away and all that kind of stuff. But if I can get to the rim more, I will. I'll be fine. My post game is just fine.
How's the ankle?
Oh, ankle's fine, man. It was a practice today, and I'll be good.
I bet you're kind of sick and tired of practice and stuff. You're ready to kind of get down to business of games on Wednesday, right?
Yeah, man. It's the season finally here. This is the grind that we look forward to, so definitely looking forward to it.
All right, well, hey, thanks for the conversation. I appreciate that. Keep this in mind, too. Anything David Benner tells you about me is absolutely inaccurate, so don't believe a word of it.
Right, I keep that in the back of my head.
No, not one bit. But, go get him. Have a great year, and we'll see what this team can do, and we'll do it again soon, Myles. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right, Myles Turner on the Andy Moore Automotive Group Hotline. We're not working at any numbers. We're keeping this team-oriented. Loves being around here, loves playing with this team, believes, because he's biased, that he can play with Domas Sabonis. Let me bring in somebody that tries to keep me grounded because he occasionally goes the other direction, if not always. From what you just heard from Myles Turner, where are we going this year? And what is, as he put it, a pivotal year for the team, for him, and a year that is obviously, well, built through expectations.
It's very hard to break habit with Myles, I think, but I like what he had to say, and what I wanted to hear was an emphasis on rebounding, and he mentioned that, and I wanted to hear an emphasis on not settling at the rim, you know? I mean, and I don't want to put too much in the preseason game, especially the one last week against the Bulls, but I think he had a switch, and Chris Dunn was on him, and he faded away. Just go up and get to the bucket. He's such a good mid-range jump shooter and a good free throw shooter that if you attack the rim, you're going to get fouled. You're going to be put on that free throw line. So I'm with him. I don't want to see a lot of settling for the fadeaway jumper. Go up, be strong, and finish at the rim.
You think he and Domas can play together?
I think that's going to be a tough situation just because the pace of the NBA. And like you said, they can both get up and stretch the floor. I think if that happens, we would see Myles more on the outside.
He wants to, but it almost sounded as if we're not going to see a lot of it.
Yeah.
I mean, is that what you gathered from what he said? It sounded like we're not going to see a lot of it, but he really wants to. And I'm just to assume that Domas wants to as well.
I would imagine Domas wants to as well. It'll be tough. There'd be a lot of rebounding there between the two, but can they get up and down the basketball court, especially on the defensive end, to play defense with the two big guys in there? And then you have Victor in there with DC, and then you'd either have Tyreek or Bojan or Thad. But I think if Sabonis and Turner are both in there, I don't think you can have Thad Young in there. So it just depends on how they would do the rotation.
Anyway, Myles Turner right there on the Andy Moore Automotive Group Hotline answered a lot of the questions you guys asked of me, and we'll see how this season goes for him moving forward. And certainly, as he talked about, put a lot of work into the offseason to try to get better in a lot of the ways that most fans have told me on a daily basis he needs to, in their opinion, get better. Myles Turner, Andy Moore, Automotive Group Hotline. Recap some of your thoughts on that conversation and a lot more tomorrow. Entry Pavilion, Bankers Life Fieldhouse will be there. General Manager Chad Buchanan's going to join me coming up at 5 o'clock tomorrow as we talk about the Pacers and the Grizz. We're getting 18 and 19 underway officially coming up tomorrow from the Entry Pavilion at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. You can join us there. Back with you next.